Good morning, folks. It's 10:46 a.m. on the 16th day, 12th month, 2022. And you're 105 last night, your time. Now, I was sent this capture by Amy Reed, one of her diligent sky watchers, and it was very quickly removed. So I'm going to send a video that was sent to me. And yes, I have downloaded it in case it gets removed. And thank you very much for your diligence. And she zoomed in. And she shows that Alice is going to own the show. I told you she was going to own the show. And then radar service currently unavailable. See it? Radar service currently unavailable. As they hide the data. Yeah. The hiding of things so you do not see them. He's Right. Thank you for zooming in and getting that shot too, showing a beam coming in from the other direction. Uh-huh. Yeah, we gotta know these things so we can know what man-made weather is going on. And you can see that's the Alice Spriggs satellite right there, and then they turned it off. Yep, and it's going, and then it's not. Right around here, she shows very plainly that this service is currently unavailable. So that's when they turn the radars off so you don't see what's going on. So thank you once more for showing that. I'll let it run its duration. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Alice owns the show. Alice puts the big black. Alice keeps the storm from going west and dissipating its moisture out over the desert regions. It has now pinned it, and it's now going to do its deeds. So I'm gonna post it on the big blast. Oh, the guilt. That's the guilt, man. When I don't like seeing when they censor us like this. This is just so rank. Yeah, you got Port Hedland in there. I'm trying to get you to stop on it. There we go. Oh. You bastages. There. That'll do for now. Are we running? Those bastards of meteorology. Yeah, the Bureau of Morons. The bastards, morons. Okay, well, good that that's running. So, right, what's going on over Australia today? Right, Alice is over here. She's frying. Okay, that's an evidence. We've seen that is going on. Right, visibly with our eyes. Now we will look and see if the glitch, they call it, has done anything at all to influence the weather. As causing anything. Well, it's got microwave clouds here, and we've seen a beam coming down from the north, so it could be Mount Isa beaming in as well. So we're going to have a good look, but that 1 a.m. your time would have been a long time ago my time. Yeah, well, if it's 1:05 my time, but you've seen the screenshot of the phone. I could always ask Google. Let's see, but if it's 1:05 a.m. or in the afternoon your time, it would have put it at about 11 o'clock at night, my time last night, which would have been about 12 hours ago, of which most loops don't have. However, this one does. Might be able to catch a little bit of the action of the beam. I don't know. They might have shut it down too soon. Well, let's see what pops up. Bzz, 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 bzz. Yeah, I'm nearly 100% sure. Actually, yeah, I'm going to just say it. You guys are in Australia along these coastal regions are going to have a wet Christmas. And oh, yeah, there's the blast. Yeah, we got it. Right there. Screenshotted in all its glory for all to see. And I'll be zapping that one back. So that's a double verification that around 11 or so last night, when I did calculate that time in my head, before I went and looked at this occurred into BOM, and then the data was hidden from you. As the images are loading, they're loading an image, and loading an image, and loading an image, and loading an image, and loading an image. That's Giles Station, it says in the top corner. And then Alice is unavailable at the 128. Let's see what's on there now. Okay, I've got that other screen slam busting him. Right, we're going to document the geoengineering of a Christmas flood, or a discomfort level event, as we should start calling him. Because it ain't an El Nino, it's the scenes of El Grande bullshit, though. Bullshit they all. El Toro, bullshit all. Yeah, testicles in the tree. They don't have light filaments looking like that no more. Oh, Robert. He sees it. The subliminals. None of the balls are blue. Oh, those are. Yeah, he's a little shorter. And I digress. Yes, my silliness is. So we're gonna look at the loopiness here. What kind of loopy we got going on? Alice is back online. So we'll go with the composite. Told you, Alice is gonna own the show. That set the ripple up, the boom, 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 the bass note, the big pebble in a pond that's gonna reverberate outward in all directions until it meets a form of interference, like another radar wall or something. Yeah, that's about a drag, isn't it? Let's see what Giles was going on. I mean, let's go around over here. Mount Isa, frying. I want to go a little more west, and we will see what the big three are doing. Down the, oh, you got some dangerous cell here. Look at it rotating up the coast. It's staying inland mostly. We'll have a look at that as well. And that's being pinned, actually. It can't go any further north. Pulse just came up this way. Look. Bam, bam, bam. See here? You got a ship out here. It's like a Navy type thing. They're pinging. But it also influences the weather when they do it. Look at how this front's just sitting there. Ain't going. So let's go have a look at what's going on up here. Alice has microwaves all around it. The station. Everything coming into Mount Isa, all this moisture is dying over this desert region. Doesn't mean it's gone away. It means it's not giving a reflection enough to show up. So it could be scattered. Bomb going off here and here. As I head toward the what the fuck is going on up here. Right, a big shockwave coming out here of EMF. Look. The whole coast. Lots of bombs going off here individually around Cairns. just to get you on that one. Yeah, bad air in Cairns. Boom, 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 go the plumes over here up in the far north. So is this the object of the preposition? Is this where the fuckery is going on? Oh, Alice, you guilty rabbit hole. Oh, that looks like a Stargate almost, doesn't it? But it's not. Yeah. We're going to leave that image up there just because it thrills the Sultan to do so. I want to have a look at what I was seeing on the Lopi here. Right, the beam is down here. Pulsing into here. This radar's full on. That's independent to act on its own. It has to be fueled privately. And those are those streams that are going up now. So let's go. There's as far north to that side as I can go. Let's see what other stations I can pull up here. As we are in the wipeout radar. I'm going to wipe you out with beams. Right, that's way up there. Okay, so let's go look. Am I way up there? I fucking am. Boom! See if we can pick up the shockwaves coming across the ocean. I've seen two tickle beams here, look. See the EMF? Look at that. Watch. Bombs and EMF. Totally bombed that area out. Look. That's like one of those zipper deployments that I showed on that other thing the other night. The Angel Blossom. It's the Angel of Death Blossom, and I don't think it's very cool. I don't think they're just going for the firstborn this time. I mean, to think along biblical lines and history, stories that keep repeating themselves. When I see them going for a cull of the children and all that, it's almost like they're scared some prophecy is going to fulfill itself, that something is going to be born. Someone. And well, throughout history, the sword has come down. And the EMF and the bomb blast in here headed Cooktown, Cairns. This is in particular for you. This whole area's storm has been fueled by chem bombs to make the dynamics, to bring the moisture in, and to make the flows occur, to clear out chem and create little shadows that create updrafts, downdrafts that fuel winds. Right, the brass knuckles right there. See it? Or the knuckles nucleated knuckles. My God, look at this mess over the ocean falling out on all these animals over here. I'm over here home alone shouting, you filthy animals, look what you're doing. Look what we haven't made stop. People gluing their hands to fucking roads while this is going on. That guy walks into a bar and says, I'd like a beer and one for the road, holds his other hand up. Do you see that meme? My God. Innisfail, you are such a flow target for bringing moisture out. Or what is wanted here? What building permission has failed in the past? Well, geoengineering must fail, as these boom boom plumes totally took your sunshine away and your vitamin D. Definitely made travel very hazardous. Look at how square edged that is. If you're in a boat out here taking a picture, you'll get one of those dramatic ones. I wonder if that's showing up on Worldview. I wonder who's doing the plumes. Boom. We ain't got to wonder. It's privately funded. I showed you all the documents. Here's the square right here. My gosh, that's more obvious than that. What's that, Robert? Yes, that's where beautiful animals live under the water. That's under the sea. It's a smiley face reef. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like a few tears in the eyes. It must be this chem-bomb must be a little bit harsh. We must nurture nature. We must not destroy. Well, the monkey guy is coming in here going, E. Maybe he thinks that's a banana. I don't know. Imaginariums run wild here some days. Ooh, it is very cool, isn't it? The shadow of two plumes here is making a depth in a cloud here. You got a row of bombs up on the top creating various densities of shadows. Got a lot of shadow games creating these. There's a squared out cloud here. It definitely blew out an area. So you could just see a little haze and then some of the blue from the ocean coming up from underneath. Reading the cloud that made the monkey face. Monkey face cloud. This thing looks like a big long cylinder or something. It's just descending a curtain of like that's old deployment from the 1900s when they had little biplanes. They figured out how to do that one. They almost look like vertebrae, don't they? Belly ribs of some giant fish. Hello, you beautiful animals. Bless you. I'm sorry about what people doing to you with the boom boom plume here. They falling out on the clownfish. And it looks like a fish turning and looking at you. He's all sad because he's been sprayed like bugs. They need to stop. Here's what they communicate to me as I go up your coast. Boy, are you going to get a wet Christmas. And we're not talking about the kiss under the mistletoe getting you moist. We're talking rain. We're talking Kimbambia. We're talking toxic air for your walks. We're talking not cool at all. When your weather is being modified and it affects all life on the planet, every tree that needs sunshine today to eat has had its dinner stolen by every chemtrail deployed, and or nuclear, and every chem bomb that made it. As we head back out toward the area of supreme guilt, where the absolute ultimate fryings get definitely occurred, right, and they got hidden. I'll remember this number this time. Troop. You know, the fryings that happened over here at Alice Springs. That is shown here. That's very dramatic. Yeah, they let one slip, didn't they? And a stronger beam going there. There's more than one beam going on in this. Mount Isa totally turned off at that moment. But that's a slam bust. Look at the size of that. It's nearly gone across the whole state. And that's just what's returning back to the radar to this. They might be reaching much further out, because that'll go until something stops it and makes it bounce back. Yeah. that'll create a reverberation that'll be actually felt in a circle going out from here over the whole country. And you can use other radars to add to the influence of the interference caused in the atmosphere by that, to make further blockages, to control the flows of the moisture that are going to fuel the storms that I'm about to go into. And I'm going to leave that up. See, I'm going to load a second windy. Down to Oz we go. And I'm going to show you about a cyclonic movement system that's going to influence this area here next week. And at Christmas time, it's going to be parked here. But it's not going to have the roaring winds you'd expect. Right, here's today. Here's the weather plan for today. And I'm going to have a sip of my drink. Yeah, just sitting here thinking about unfucking the fuckery and stuff and how I could do that and say, you know, it doesn't hurt to go hashtag expose the 28. When they arrest grandmothers for speaking out about wantingnesses of their governings, that is, you know something has gone terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. As the geoengineering calms down a bit and refuels, yeah, you get a little lull. You're going to make a change in dynamics that day. They got to start pushing the storm more toward the east. So you'll start to see these radar stations come on, which is going to change the flow and allow this low to move in. This low is packing an unbelievable amount of water. That's that amount of water that I was showing you in the mast that's carrying about, if it all fell at once, say, 3/4 of a meter is in that mass of water that's up here. And it's got its eyes on Darwin. As I go through the week, I'm going to do it in jumps. Okay, as they inundate the metal. These beams will start to come off. To aim this into Queensland, these are going to stay on down here, but these got to come off. Those two up there got to stay on. Grafton is going to own the show pretty much in Brisbane in tandem. Like these work together up here in this corridor here in your Bureau of Moronity and the National Loopy. Like these own this corridor here. This pair here own right here, own this corridor. They do. They control all the flow there. And Harvey Bay's the hook that they drag storms on to get them to rotate. Everything coming here has to stay north of this line. All the tropics is pinned in this way. We've seen a secondary line put here, so that'll keep these storms separate to rotate individually. Right? These are blasting just boom, 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 creating the pulsations or the peristalsis-like effect of a snake swallowing that'll move moisture. This has definitely done a pin move, so they could walk something around the corner. But nothing's coming through here. It's an absolute fry out, total fryer going on here. Even Broome now, you could see it's frying, total frying. In the squares being carved out from the other stations around here. See? And what they've created an EMF wall, and this shooting out there is going to stimulate a certain level of the atmosphere to react as wanted by the geoengineers, and it's aiming out this way. It's doing that now. So it's creating all the dynamic flow to make stuff want to move this direction. Right, so let's get back over to the Monday. I'm going to run it through the 10s, and I'm going to talk about a couple days after Christmas, what the pressures are indicating. See, watch the low come in. Watch the inundation of the wind. Look at the far north. The flows created and staying there. Is that telling you that these radars are on? Absolutely. It's the only way to keep the flows. They'll be popping out to sea, and there's an island out here that'll be involved, and there'll be some ships. There's no other way to make that happen. And they've made a big pop flow. You start to see a change in the dynamic as the funnel is now pointed this way. And they'll start doing waves and pulsations of waves of storm to come over to far north. Whammo. Yeah, I did a real long look at this morning because I'm very concerned about the dynamics of the system. Could turn into a raging cyclone at any time, but the winds, even on that day there, are just too low. They may have one wind in the center near here that might be just starting to approach tropical cyclone strength, but it's not at it even yet. So we'll be watching this storm come in. It's very important to know your tide tables when dangerousnesses are about. And they're going to walk it in. It's moist. They're showing a moisture stripping. I'm not in agreement with that. Hang on a minute. I'm missing something. It's up here. Oh, where's Low Dog? Low Dog is all the way up here between Hawaii and Japan. So all the leanings is that way. And this is rotating all that direction, right? Because it's low. And this one's kicking a secondary low. Venturi effect is going on. There's going to be a big beam. Has to be. You're backing the moisture in two spots. Here and here. And a diversion beam here. We definitely have a beaming event going on. You can see it coming through here now. But we're talking days from now. They have to send one up through here. They have to send one up like that to make the plan happen. That blast right there is diverting the flow now. So these things will start to turn down. This tendril is going to intensify with more moisture in it. This one's backing up. It's going to come across Papua. Kind of at an angle. It has to. There's nowhere else for it to go. They definitely hit this storm here. They hit it on this side, created a wall. They created this side to energize, and they did it in a sweep. Almost like you took your finger and added a little bit of impetus to a whirlpool or your spoon in your cup and just stirred just a little bit while it's spinning to get it to do it a little more. And the wall's been put up here and stepped. It hasn't gone all the way up, so that's just a basic beam. Most likely suspect of that will be here. Pulse in this direction and this direction in a square, making a scalar waveform. Down here toward Antarctica, we did have some pulsing going on. All that's doing is pushing this cold up in toward this stream here, and that'll fold that, so this can then turn. The beam is this fucking off. It's done on this side of the main eye, boom. This is here, boom. Very bad high earthquake risk for the lake up here. And they have had some landslides into the lake. They counted over 30 of them, and they've been strung. And there's some cracks there. So we're going to take great caution watching that area there. If that volcano blows, that's going to be very dramatic. And if it does, you better hope the winds are blowing that way. Yeah, if there'll be no flying in front of these skies with that in here. Look at the beam here. Alice, you dirty dog. That's Alice. Oh, Alice. Bzz, there's Alice. This is what Alice did to you last night in your sleep. Or in my sleep, they did that. That was during the day. Robert says this is this. Yeah, you're goddamn right I said it. And I'll back it up. That's right. Prove me wrong. Bzz, getting fried, Stray style, down the rabbit hole with Alice. They need to stop smoking with a guy on the mushroom. The hookah guy. But I digress. Let's look at some other areas, the fuckery. Oh, we got a big old plume over here in the Lismore area. They're like they need some more clouds south of Byron. That old chem bombs going off over there. Just have it. And you drum the sun down there and drum that chem away. That big bomb that went over here at Tweed's head. Look at that. Pilot to chem bombardier. Pilot to chem bombardier. Time to make the toxic air. Make the toxic air. Plume of storm headed toward Tweed's head. They just made that out of chem bombs. Just as quick as that. Chem bombs, they came and took away your starry night. And if you do not join me, we will not win this fight. I need all your help, and oneness will be by our side when we walk tall and take back our one beautiful deep blue skies. We will unfuck this, you know. The bombing of Brisbane continues. The microwaves disperse it into a haze. Ooh, it's foggy tonight. Oh, look. It's not a beautiful sunset when you look. If you're over here, I want you to go look west. Take me some pictures west. You are going to have the ungodly sunset because there's a lot of sand in the air. I showed you that on Worldview yesterday. So you're going to have the purples. You maybe even get some of the greens because the refractive index of the atmosphere will be different. Oh no, oh no. Imaginarium face. Yes, nucleated microwaves in a chem bomb matrix. Or should I say the chem bomb medium in a microwave matrix? Yes. Yeah, scratch that, reverse it. Etc., etc., etc. You agreed to living here. Oh, boy, we're going to unfuck this. Boom. See? See the bombs? Follow the bombs. And you'll learn your weather is on. Follow the bombs. And you'll see they're toxifying your home. Follow the bombs. And you'll find a guy called the money. Follow the bombs. You'll listen to them. They're telling jokes that are not funny. They think that you're expendable. So they toxify your air. They make you feel sick and say the hospital's closed, don't come here. But yet they take the money from your insurance to pay for your health, while toxifying you and giving you a pill of something else. And as I look upon my world, and I fight back the tears, thinking about all the time I spent screaming about this for years, that the cull is on, that we're being fried, that we're being depopulated visibly. As I zoom back one more day and see they're killing me. Now for your Christmas forecast again. I'm right. Pressures on Christmas are as follows. Super high block and ridge. Heads in places I said it would be. There was nowhere else for it to go. This is a huge long pressure express coming all the way over there, and they set an EMF dam up over here. And they set one up over here, so all its momentum backed up into Darwin and the top of this area as it's going to proceed along during this day. The volatility is all the way down to the 18s. It's down here through Sydney, and through here you will expect showers on Christmas. You will expect them on Christmas Eve. Some of them heavy at times. I don't fully agree with the one I'm showing you right here, and it will become more accurate as the days go along. But we're talking a very unpleasant Christmas for most of Australia. A lightning show. And even Santa himself is going to need a lightning rod, and Rudolph's nose will be glowing from all the electrics in the atmosphere. Maybe the reindeer themselves will finally fall dropping out of the air. But we will not allow that to happen because, well, because all that shit's just a lie. And we fight lies. But the innocence of children should always be protected, and, well, Imaginarium should be encouraged. So I'll send Santa a tensor device to help him with the lightning, and we'll keep him safe. Yeah, Santa's going to carry a harmonizer around the world this year and fix this toxic attitude toward all life. As we look at Christmas, and I feel sadness of seeing what's coming. With this system turning this direction and a rotator here, secondary low, you're going to get showers here, and your pinch point of action is here. And it's going to be very volatile when this finally makes it there. Now let's look at your totals. Totals on the tons. Right? Merry fucking Christmas. Some of you have already gotten over here as they're starting to send this across the country, and Darwin is in the sights. Darwin is absolutely copping a Catherine again. Right, here's your 5s. There's your 10s. It's just not stopping. It is the rainy season. The monsoon season comes any time of year. And yes, these towns that I talk about the other day are having a problem on Christmas. You'll take actions now to make sure your stuff is up in the air and protected. Why? Because I give a fuck, and I want you to. And this water right here could quickly be here with one push of EMF. She'll be just as far inland. But that's not where they went to coastal rail, with the scenic views and the glass cars for the solar tram system that you might be allowed to use. You might not be, if you've been a good boy. Australia is suggesting a Chinese internet protocols begin to be put in place. Yeah, I told you that was coming. Let's just call it what it is, Chinese internet protocols. Prove you're real, no more fake names. They're doing that now. Prove you're not a robot. Show me a picture of your ID to keep your account. They're already doing it. You now bitching about it? Well, you're coming a time I gotta speak now, because they'll forever hold our speak. And you must never be silent in the face of a wrongdoing. Ever. Or wrongdoing will be seen as something that's allowed to continue. Over the next 24 hours, you'll see some calming down up here, and you'll see supposed beginning going on. It's over there, and over the trees, you stare at there. You starting to learn the numbers yet? This Ukraine flag, I love war kind of picture they got going here. Whoever they hating this, they'll just change the graphic. Right? They're all in agreement. 2 to 3 centimeters depending upon the direction of the winds and what the bombs are doing. 5 centimeters in some spots going toward the lakes. The rivers are going to be inundated. You're going to have problems over the next 3 days. Warburton, Jameson, and the towns along the way that were not important enough to even list. Razor blade looking lake over here. Isn't that cool? Oh man, you got a creature in here. Oh, my Imaginary's loving that lake. I'm going to have a look. Yep, that's that. I've seen one of these inside a mountain in Japan too. In a volcano. I'm going to show that. That's interesting to me. Very interesting. Yeah, and with continuation of the rains beginning over into Queensland now, where that cold was meets some warm that's going to come down, and the volatility's there, and then what do you got to add? Add chem bombs. There's storm seasonings into the pot, into the big cooker. They had some microwaves and storm seasonings, and the bad attitude of a population asking for some of them oneness is aimed toward the bad oneness. It just seems to harm creatures. It seems to want life to end, and it doesn't seem to heed my warnings. We are here. We are here. We are here. Hear us while we are here. Don't let my epitaph be said, yeah, he was right. Let's fix this shit now.